Well, hello there folks, good evening and welcome back to the final race of TMC Season 9. It is this Belgian Grand Prix, as with actually hold on a second, I get myself in a party because I don't want people to hear me actually talking. This will be fun. There we go, so sorry about that. So yeah, as I said, welcome back to TMC Division 1 final race of Season 9. It is around Spa, so hopefully we do have a good race tonight. There is quite a lot of reserves. There is literally I think 10 Division 1 drivers and 9 reserves, so we just thought, you know what, get a load of reserves and make up nearly a full lobby for the final race. So hopefully it is a cracker, because it'll be interesting to see if some Division 2 boys can keep pace with some Division 1 guys, because there's a couple of quick Division 2 guys in here like Yarham, who else is in here, Merck's also in here, Wesker's in here, Chubbs is in here, so them boys are pretty quick in Division 2, so we'll see how they get on in Division 1. But yeah, as you see there, Jordan has broke his front wing already, and there's a lot of guys going out very early on a set of soft tyres. So is this giving me an indication that there's going to be wet weather coming very shortly, maybe towards the end of the session? But I'm just trying to see who's actually furthest along the line. I think TTG Recon's actually probably going to be the first one to actually settle up here, so we're right on board with TTG Recon, see how he gets on. Here he comes now, second gear. Good traction out of the last corner, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and he pumps in a 43.0 and puts in provisional pole at the minute, and behind is a Ferrari, and that's Wesker only a 44 flat, so that's not a good time from Wesker. But I think F1 Alonso's the next one. He's into the pits. Who's out there? Sorry, a racing point, so that's Yarham, he's also into the pits, and then behind that there is a Merc, which is probably going to be Jono. It's not Jono, it's, turns out it is Perpetuum, who's just went provisional pole with a 42.5, and then behind that as well Kelsper's also went, and the next Toro Rosso is probably Captain Chubbs, so we'll see what Captain Chubbs can do coming out of the last corner. What does he do? He pumps in a 43.1 as a banker lap, so that's a decent lap from Chubbs, and he's only a 10th behind TTG Recon. Next person is Lewis, set his lap. What's it going to be? It's a 42.1 on his provisional pole by 0.4 of a second, so it's an impressive lap by Lewis. Merck's next, 43.1 as well. Then you have another racing point, Anna McLaren going into the pits, and you have a Renault I think crossing the line. It's not Kieran Trapp, but Scuba's coming across the line as well. He's just a 43.3, and I don't know who the racing point was. I think it was actually Luke Vettel UT, who is also a reserve. This is his first race, and as for the final race, decent run up Rouge through Radion, and now he comes on to the big long DRS straight. It's very tough for this track as well, because you don't know whether to prioritise straight line speed or prioritise the corners, because sector 2 on very low wings is very hard because of the long speed corners. So we'll see, but he's a bit hesitant on the throttle, but he seems to be taking it okay. See how he comes on now, down. He's coming into the corner before No Name. Here he comes into the No Name corner now. Oh, it's a bit understeered quite a bit. He was trying to pick up a bit of slipstream on Merck ahead, but just couldn't do it. Into Pouon, it's a tough corner. He keeps it in 7th. I personally would have went down to 6th gear, as he probably would have got a bit more grip through the corner, but he keeps it in hot lap. Here we go, into 4th gear, into 5th, good run. He comes now onto the other long straight before he gets to Blanchimont, and then up into the final corner, which is the bus stop chicane. So we'll see how he tackles these next 2 corners. This is just a big long straight, so shouldn't be any problems. Blanchimont, he takes it very well. He's only going 200 mile an hour, so that's probably needs to have a bit more, so I'd probably run prioritising a wee bit more of a downforce setup. But here he comes in now to the bus stop, into the last corner. Here he goes on the throttle. It's a 43.4, and it puts him into P8, which is just ahead of Kieran Trapp. Kieran Trapp's also coming into the pits, so I think everybody has done their first lap, and we're all coming into the pits. Well, sorry to say that, Coutinho's on a lap, so we'll keep on board with Coutinho just to see how he gets on. I think he's actually fighting for like 2nd or 3rd in the championship, Coutinho, so he needs a very good result, because I believe it's him and Kelsper, because Lewis won last time out. So we'll see how we go. Here he comes through. Pretty good run now up into the bus stop chicane. Let's see how he can tackle this. Nice trail braking. Could have probably clipped the inside curve a wee bit more, but it's compromised his exit. But we'll see now. It's going to be a 42.7. It's 2 tenths behind Perpetuum Mobile. He's still 6 tenths off Lewis, but he is ahead of his rival Kelsper. At the minute, Luke is also coming back into the pits. I believe F1 Alonso is about to start a lap. So we'll see how he gets on. Up Rouge, he done it pretty well. Down the big long DRS straight. It's at 210 miles per hour, which is decent amount of straight line speed. 29.7 to the first sector. I think you need to be doing 29.3s, maybe 29.2s, maybe even more. We'll see. He tackles that tricky chicane pretty well. Down to the corner before No Name. To be fair, he's taking a very nice tight line through there, which is what you want. It's on the power early. Fifth gear, probably should have kept in fourth, but down to fourth now he goes. Here he comes now into Pouon. This is an absolute pain in the hole. But he goes down to sixth last second, runs wide. That's an ETL, so that's an invalidation on his lap. Pouon's a very tricky corner because if you run wide, it's going to invalidate your lap, and that's not what you want. But we'll see now how Matt gets on. He is on overtake mode as he's trying to get the maximum amount of speed along the straight. He's in 210, 211, so Matt's got a decent bit of straight line speed here. 29.7, so it was matching what F1 Alonso was doing in the first sector. See how he tackles it here. Said to prefer, got a great exit off that corner. Here he comes down now, see if he can take a tight line. It's a tightish enough line. The car wanted to rotate out, but he managed to hold it very well. He goes into fifth gear into fourth as well. Runs wide. Thought that would have been an ETL, but it clearly isn't. Here he comes down to Pouon. We'll see how he tackles Pouon. He shifts very early. Might have compromised a wee bit of speed through the corner, but it's better to compromise a bit of speed than actually validate your lap. Here he comes now into the tricky wee S section part of the track. To be fair, I don't mind these corners, but that inside gear but he hit is very tricky because if you clip it you can lose the back end. Here he comes now as well, keeps it in fourth. It's a good bit of traction off the corner. He's about half a second down on Coutinho through the middle sector, so this might put Matt into maybe the mid 43s. Could put him around maybe Scuba, maybe Luke Vettel, sorry, around that area, maybe 9th or 10th. Dark Bolt's retired from the session, so we'll see how Matt gets on now through the bus stop chicane. He's got frig all ERS left, so he needs to make sure he gets enough to cross line. Double up shifts for the maximum amount of traction he can possibly get. What's it going to be? It's a 43.3, and he beats Scuba by 1/100th of a second. Jesus Christ. These two boys say that they're clones of each other, and at the minute it is showing it. But we'll see now how Scuba tackles his lap, because he says he is learning no ABS for the new game, so we'll see how he gets on now with no ABS. He says he can't do it. Me personally, I think he's well and capable of doing it. He can do it pretty well, because if he's doing a 43.3 on a set of, or doing it in no ABS, that's nearly matching me, and I'm on ABS, so you know he's not too far. He wouldn't be too far off my pace anyway, especially when, despite being on learning no ABS. So give him a couple of more races, maybe a month or two, maybe, you know, once he starts sweating the game he'll be perfectly fine. Once he does the first sector, it's a 29.6, so he's actually quicker than Matt through the first sector. Car wanted to escape him a wee bit, but he managed to hold it very well. Here he comes now. Oh, he locks up a wee bit, runs a bit wide, manages to save it though. Into No Name. His car looks a bit slippy. We'll see now how he tackles the Pouon section of the track. It looks like he took Pouon a lot better than Matt did. So Scuba's on for a half decent lap here. This could maybe put him towards Whisker and Chubbs. Oh, I said he spun it. Oh, he spun it. I said the back end was a bit unstable as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It was looking like a half decent lap as well. We'll see who's here. I think Purple Team's on. Jono's coming up to the final sector. Matt's also there as well. There's a Renault of Luke is also on a lap. That's not Chubbs, that's Kelsper. So Kelsper's on a lap, that's 4 tenths up. This could put Kelsper probably around the Perpetual Mobile mark, because Kelsper needs to outscore Coutinho here this evening. Well, he doesn't need to outscore him. He just needs to make sure Coutinho doesn't score a good handful of points. But he comes across the line, that's a 42.5, and it's not that far off Perpetual Mobile, so it is a close battle between them two. But Lewis is currently quicker. There you go, 41.9. That's pretty much pole position wrapped up for Lewis then. TTG Recon is backed out of his lap. Oh, Chubbs has spun, he's blocked Wesker's lap. Merckx just improved his time to 8th. Chubbs has spun, as I said. Scuba's in the pits. Luke Vettel again. He's 3,000s down on his lap. Is anyone further? Jono is further, so we're right on board with Jono to see how he gets on. Oh, Jono's cars. Yeah, you just see the understeer. Oh, he doesn't like that. But he holds it. He's the only one I've seen so far hold that in 4th gear. Here he comes now into Pouon. Very tricky corner. He breaks the tiniest bit and tries to carry as much speed as possible. To be fair, tackled it pretty well. Oh, he's understeered again. Yeah, I think he's backed out of his lap. Or has he? No, he hasn't. He's still going. Oh no, he has backed out of his lap. Yeah, he's backed out of his lap. He's half a second down. So we're right on board with Luke Vettel to see how he gets on then. Is he up? He is up. He's by just under a tenth. So he is improving his time. This could probably put him around Scuba and Matt. He might jump the two of them. So we'll see how he gets on. Pretty decent so far. He's went a lot quicker through that section of the track anyway, into the bus stop. He's taking a nice tighter lane as well, but he's into the pits, so he must have thought that lap wasn't good enough and has come into the pits, because if he completed that lap he wasn't going to get around and come back in again. So probably good thinking. F1 Alonso and Johan are out on track as we just wait for, I believe is it Johan the furthest? I think it's actually F1 Alonso, is it? Yeah, so we'll just keep on board with F1 Alonso, because he's probably going to be the first one to actually start his probably final run of qualifying. Right, so we're on now with the final lap of F1 Alonso's qualifying session. He takes a wide exit to get a good entry onto the corner. See, now he keeps it. He goes into high to the first sector. He takes a tight wide line. Oh, what's that? He's messed that up. Yeah, he's backed out of the lap. He's on 0 ERS deployment, so we'll see how Yarham now gets on. He's into the first corner. Yeah, he's taking a much better. Good traction coming out of turn 1 as well. The question is he going to get... No, I think F1 Alonso's... Yeah, he's quite far up the road, so he's not going to get a slipstream. So F1 Alonso's going to have one more lap, if he has the fuel in the lap to... Or sorry, fuel in the car to get one more lap in. See how Yarham now gets on. Stays in straight line speed he's shown. And he does that 29.5, so it's a very competitive first sector. He's half a tenth up. It's looked like a half decent lap so far from Yarham, as everybody else, as you can see from the track mapper, is about to come out and all start their final runs with just over 2 minutes left of the qualifying session to go. But that's for me anyway. For them it's probably like 2.5 minutes, you know, is the way the game's kind of glitched out like that. But Yarham has carried a lot of speed through P1. This is going to be, I think, maybe 2 tenths up on his... He's probably going to find a 2 tenth improvement here on his lap so far, because it's looked like a pretty competitive lap. See how he gets on now. End of the second sector. What's the split time? Oh, he's nearly 2 tenths up, and it says he's went purple, but I don't think he has purple, because I think that definitely would be Lewis. But that's a very competitive lap so far from Yarham. This actually could bar Yarham if he nails this last section, maybe towards Cagino mark. That'd be very impressive from Yarham if he could do that. And probably very worrying as well for Division 2 tomorrow. But we'll see how he gets on. He's run out of ERS before he gets to the last corner. It's probably going to compromise him on his run up to the line. Oh, but he does a 42.7. That's the identical time to Cagino, but Cagino set his first. Absolutely identical. But Cagino is at 100 down on his lap so far. Oh, and he's having a bit of a... Oh, it's a scruffy part of the start of the second sector. Oh, and he's went completely wide. That's the lap butchered. Yep, he's butchered the lap. Where's F1 Alonso? Is he going to improve again? See if anybody else is further on up the road. Matt's about... Chubbs is there. So we'll keep on board with F1 Alonso, and then we'll go with Chubbs and Matt afterwards. See how F1 Alonso gets on now. He's 4 seconds up on his first sector time. It's not too bad of a first sector. He's about a tenth and a half off what Johan just did. So as a bit of reference, as he Tackles this, he gets... Oh, he's wide as well. That's a very tricky corner. See how he gets on. It's a decent... Oh, it looked like a decent run until he get a bit of an oversteering moment. Oh, it's wide. It's wide, but the lap has a minute validity. He has to keep going. See how he gets on in the fourth gear. He rid that curb, and to be fair, he didn't really spin out, and he completely avoided that curb as well. Runs wide there to try and use as much track limits as possible. He comes now into the second sector, run wide again, and that's an ATL. That's an invalidation from F1 Alonso. The next person is Matt. I do believe Chubbs is out of the session. He's done. So we'll see how Matt now gets on towards the end of his lap. He's got a car in front of him. I don't think he's going to get much slipstream from it, but I do believe the car ahead probably is Jarham. So we'll see if Matt can improve on his time, because he's on a 43.3. Probably needs to be in 2/10 or more quicker than that. He is inside the top 10 at the minute. He's still got a bit of ERS left to play. Comes out of the last corner. What's he going to do? It's a 42.9 from Matt. Still it was invalidated though, but it would have put him up to P6. As I do believe that's an Alfa Romeo, which is Lewis about to come across the line. He's 3/10 up. Lewis pumped in a 41.7 but invalidated the lap, so Jesus Christ. TGG Recon coming across the line, 42.5. Who's that? That's someone else. We'll watch Kelsper as well. Kelsper's coming to the final corner now. Here he comes. Out of the last corner, can Kelsper improve on his time? And he does, he goes into P2. Next to Scuba then to come across the line. He's 4/10 up as well. He puts himself into the top 7 with a 42.7, and that is qualifying session done after that. So a couple of guys improved on their last one, 42.7s. The boys were doing, Jesus Christ, I'm very happy if I could do that tomorrow. But that's they're hell of lap times, but apart from Lewis was just a couple of tenths quicker than everybody else. But yeah, Lewis does take pole with 41.9. It's only 3.5 tenths quicker than Perpetuum in second place, and then Kelsper closely followed there in third. Recon fourth, Kagino fifth, Jarham impressive performance and up in P6. You have Scuba 7th, Wesker as well with a 43.1 in P8, Merck P9, Chubbs P10. Matt outside the top 10. This might help him. He might get a free choice of tyres. Luke Vettel as well on P12, Jono P13, Kieran Trapp P14, F1 Alonso P15. Kevin didn't set a lap time, so God knows what he could have done. He's in P16. Vaporon 17th. Timo's 18th, and Combi is 19th. And we never got Pat into the session because he was held up in traffic, so Pat could not join the session. As we see how everybody gets on here, I may as well just quickly run through the stands, as we're all just waiting here. So, as I said, Lewis wrapped the title up. He is the world champion, as you would have all seen from the Twitter feeds and all. He is 184 points. He has a 53 point lead to Kelsper, who's on 141. Kagino is 127 in third, so the gap between Kagino and Kelsper is 14 points. So if Kagino wants P2 in the championship, he needs to outscore Kelsper by 15 points. It's going to be very, very tough to do, as Kelsper's done very well this season. Medium Pilot not here tonight. Him and Kelsper had the chance to wrap the constructors up, but the way it's going now with no Pilot here, Lewis pretty much got that constructors wrapped up as well. Pilot's in 4th on 88 points. Combi then in 5th on 88 as well. He's level. Pilot, he could jump Pilot. He probably will jump Pilot tonight if he doesn't DNF. Matt as well, P6, 87 points. Perpetuum in 7th on 81, and Scuba in 8th on 74. And the constructors is, as I said, it's a two-way fight roughly between Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo. So the only way it can work is if Lewis DNFs and Kelsper basically gets P3. That's the only way it's Toro Rosso can win the title. But the odds of Lewis DNFing is very slim, so Alfa Romeo lead the way in 248, then Toro Rosso on 229, Red Bull in 3rd on 175, and Ferrari on 170 in 4th. So there's still a battle for 3rd between Ferrari and Red Bull. 5 points is the gap, and then the gap at the front. But I think Alfa's probably going to run away with this. They're going to probably wrap up the constructors here this evening as well. But let's just check the tyres, as everybody's completely taking escape routes, so I don't know what the goddamn hell is going on. Right, so let's check this. So Matt P11, I did expect him to go for the mediums. Luke Vettel went for the softs. That's a surprise. And then you have John O'Kieran and F1 Alonso all for the mediums as well, and Combi. So bit of mixed strategies outside the top 10. I'm quite surprised. I thought everybody outside the top 10 would have went mediums, but it is going to be a medium soft thing. It's going to be a medium soft race. I think the softs goes up to like 7-8 laps, and then mediums to the end. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But yeah, everybody lined up on the grid now. I think Lewis is probably going to run away with this, so it could be an easy win for Lewis. But the battle for the final 2 podium spots is going to be very, very interesting as we try and get a decent camera view, but it doesn't look like the game's going to show us one. Oh, that was a good camera view. Here we go. This is the camera view we have wanted. We have the 5 red lights. They are underway and the drivers are a go, and Lewis has got a fantastic start. Perpetual Mobile is around the outside, but I think Casper's going to try and get him on the inside. Hopefully there's no collision between the guys. There is not, but Lewis is going to be severely compromised here, because you do not want to be first going up this straight, because you will get overtaken. But we'll see how we get on here now, as they all pretty much line the start. I don't really think there was any collisions, so that's pretty interesting. Oh, Casper runs wide. The boys need to be very careful through a route. Perpetual's trying to find his way through, but we're just right on board. Look at this. This is going to end in tears. But Lewis is he going to hold on? If he holds on, this is absolutely fantastic. Defend. Oh, that's close. Casper trying to go around the outside. Lewis doesn't give him the space, and Perpetual's trying to find a way through, but Lewis does hold on. He does hold on. Fair play to Lewis, because I thought he was going to completely swamp down the straight, but he didn't. Casper's trying to find his way through. Perpetual is trying to find his way around the outside. Casper's trying to go up inside here. It'd be a beautiful move if he can do it. Oh, Lewis has spun it. Perpetual's going straight up inside and through. A beautiful move from Perpetual. Oh, well, he nearly pushed Lewis on the wall. Oh, and they're side by side. This 3-way going into pool 1. This is going to end in tears. He's just sitting back, and oh, it's 3-wide. Lewis manages to get. Oh, and there's a collision behind Recon. Recon spun. They couldn't go 3-wide, and they broke in. Recon did not expect that to happen, but Lewis managed to hang on. It was absolutely fantastic driving between all guys, but it's just happened that TGG Recon was caught up in the incident. But that's now going to allow Lewis probably to pull away, because the best thing the boys had to do was get past him, and they couldn't do it. So I think Lewis is going to pull away. It's been absolutely I thought he had lost it, but it was fantastic driving between everybody, but it's still pretty close between everybody else. Recon is 6.5 seconds behind, as Dark Bolt and Kieran Top are having a go at it, and Kieran Top can't do anything with Dark Bolt on the soft tyres. But they're all still pretty close after lap 1, so it's good to see. Oh, and is this someone trying to go up inside here? It was. Kevin was trying to go up inside at Chubbs, but Chubbs blocked it off, and you see as well. Oh, is that Dark Bolt? What the hell was that? That was a corner cut and a half, that was. But Perpetuum says has set the fastest lap of the race. So where's Lewis? Oh, did Lewis go to the pits? Did they have wing damage? Don't tell me they have wing damage. No, they don't. Casper's got wing damage. But why? That's quite strange. Didn't expect that. Maybe Lewis did have wing damage, but just didn't replace it. I don't know. That's a bit of a surprise, because I was wondering why Perpetuum was set the fastest lap of the race there. But yeah, from that whole thing, Perpetuum does lead, and Coutinho's a second. Scuba up in the P3. It's a fantastic start from him as well. He's went up four places to a good start, as well as Kevin and Dark Bolt. They both went up 9 places in 7th and 8th, so it's a fantastic start from them too as well. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, to be fair, it hasn't been that many incidents at the start of the race, as there is a VSC. So we'll just see how we get on. Coutinho's going to be very eager to try and not let Perpetuum get away. But has this VSC compromised Lewis? As Matt has sustained wing damage again. Matt's second half of the season has not been great. Caught up in so many incidents. It's just a shame, because the pace is there. He does have some raw pace. It's a shame, and he's just pulling over. I think Oh, I don't blame the lad, to be fair, but Darkbolt and Chubbs are having a battle, and I believe Darkbolt has just passed Chubbs, so that was a good move from Darkbolt. But Kieran Trapp has now made the move on Kevin, and Jono's going to follow through as well, so Kevin has not having a fantastic start to this race. He is on the soft tyres as well. I know he probably hasn't done any practice because he's been too busy sweating Warzone, so yeah, that just shows you don't sweat, you're going to get absolutely swamped by everybody else. As Jono's right behind Kieran Trapp. I do believe both of these guys are no TC tonight. These two boys usually do run medium, so it's gonna be a good wee learning curve for these two boys. And at the minute they're not doing too bad, but Chubbs is still close behind Darkbolt, and Darkbolt's still close behind Yarham, and Wesker is also still very close behind Scuba, but Scuba's now starting to pull away a wee bit, and Kikinho's right behind Perpetual Mobile. Oh, the both of them nearly lost looking up the hill, but here we go. Kikinho should make the move. It should be pretty easy. DRS, slipstream, no problem. Perpetuum can't even fight it, and there you go, easy move. Kikinho is now in the lead of this race, and this is what he needs because his rival Kelsper is down to P14. See if there's anything else. I believe Lewis has just passed Merck as well, so Lewis has not taken too long to dispatch Merck. If Lewis hasn't sustained wing damage, I'd be very surprised as to why he's pitted so early. Oh, and Merck, does he have wing damage? Doesn't look like it, but he's just completely understeering. I think Lewis has probably got a light green, probably, because it does look like one part of his front wing is gone. It's like a flap or something's gone, I don't know. But Darkbolt, I don't know what's going on here, but Darkbolt has, I was about to say, he's found some pace, and I don't know where this has come from, because Darkbolt, we know, he usually does struggle, but around Spa he is, I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty nippy. But he's got Johan right behind him. He does defend it pretty well. Oh, and he's went deep. And Kikinho says the fastest lap of the race. The gap is 4/10 at the front. The question is now, can Perpetual Mobile make this move? He should be able to with the DRS and slipstream. Depends if he gets a good run up or Rouge and Radion. And Wesker's closely behind Scuba, and Darkbolt's not too far behind either Jarham and Chubbs, so there's still a good three-way battle here for the final spot of the podium. But we will go on board with Perpetuum. See the slipstream, these two boys are going to chop and change every lap because of the slipstream and DRS. Is Perpetuum going to go around the outside? He doesn't even need to go around the outside because he's already made the move before they even got to the part of the corner. And that's a beautiful move from Perpetuum, and he is now up into P1, and these two boys are going to chop and change every lap. Here we go, we have Wesker as well. He's closely followed by Scuba. Scuba's getting followed by Wesker and Darkbolt. So it's still, this battle is still pretty close. Scuba is having a train, so everybody's all aboard the Scuba train. But he is using a lot of ERS compared to the guys behind him. Well, Darkbolt uses quite a bit as well, and so is Jarhan, but Wesker's still doing as what he usually does, a sandbag. Especially with that 43-1 he didn't qualify, and I know he can go a lot quicker than that. So he's sandbagging for the guys tomorrow. But Kikinho's still pretty close to Perpetuum. And how far is Lewis got? So Recon has not pitted yet, and Lewis has. So this is going to be, going to see how far is Lewis off the lead. So Lewis is 12.5 seconds off the lead. I can't really see Lewis, I think Lewis is pretty much going to catch back up again, but we'll see. But Darkbolt as well also made the move on Wesker, so I don't know what Darkbolt's doing, but Darkbolt is having some serious pace. Maybe he just loves this track, I do not know. But I'll tell you something though, boys, I need a drink because I haven't stopped talking, so I need a drink. Nice good bottle of water. But let's see up ahead. Has Perpetuum made the move? He did not make the move, so Kikinho hung on. Darkbolt couldn't really make a move on Scuba either, and still close. They're still battling close behind. Question is, can Yarham overtake his Division 2 teammate, which is Wesker? So These two boys know each other's pace. Very, very similar. Right, so let's see how we get on here now. So we're still pretty close at the front. As there's in behind, Jarham is going to make the move on Wesker. Oh, it was a late lunge, but he made it beautifully, and Scuba does pit, so Scuba's going for a very early pit stop. Well, the ideal time to pit's probably lap 8, lap 9, but Wesker's followed him. Who is that? Is that Jono? Oh, Jono's lost out of the last corner. Oh no. Oh no, Jono. Jono was lost it. Oh, but he's going to keep going, so there is going to be no safety car, but Scuba has got out in front of Wesker, so I knew Wesker was going to completely follow him in. And he does come out behind Kelsper. He's not too far behind Kelsper though. So with Kelsper's wing damage, Scuba is not too far behind, so if Scuba can get the foot down, there's a chance for P2 in this race. There is a chance for him, as Wesker is not too far off P2 either, so these two boys are having they're having a fantastic start to the race, as we're only in lap 6 of 22. Jeez, I thought we were on more laps than that. Jesus, it's going to be a long one, boys. It's going to be a long one, but here we see as well, Combi's going to pass Luke Vettel. Pretty easy move as well. Darkbull picks up a 3-second penalty. Maybe that's why he's so quick, as he's cutting all the corners. But there you go, Combi, easy move, P15. Jono spun, broke his wing. Jono will have to come into the pits. He probably will puff the set of hards on as well. For me, I just have a bit of fun, just go soft, just for the crack, just see how you get on. But Wesker is keeping with Scuba, and Merck's run very wide on the broken wing, and Kelsper's made easy work of that. And you're going to see Merck probably in the pits as well this lap. Lewis has now fought his way back up into P8, and he's not too far behind, as there's an incident in sector 2. Is that Jono again? Yeah, it is. Jono spun again. So Lewis is now coming up, as Dark Bolt is in the pits, and Chubbs has followed him as well. Kieran Chop stays out, F1 Alonso stays out. Lewis is right behind the two of them now, so going to have a nice wee three-way battle here, but Lewis is going to comfortably take the lead of the Grand Prix again once the guys ahead of him do pit. The only way that they will take the lead is if a full safety car comes out. Other than that, Lewis is pretty much going to get this and be quite a long way in front. Should get... Oh, as Merck has retired from the session, I don't know where that is. That's probably in the pits. It is in the pits, so I don't think there's going to be a safety car. So I think there's going to be no safety car in this race. As Lewis has made easy work of Kieran Trapp. See, as I was saying, I think Lewis is going to come out comfortably in the lead. Like, he's how far behind now? He's 9.9 seconds. A pit stop's around about 20 seconds, maybe a wee bit more, so he's going to come out about 11-12 seconds in the lead, and it's just going to have to be up to Perpetuum and Cagino to catch him. So Lewis has probably done the right call at pitting end of lap 1, but 21 laps to set of mediums is pretty impressive, I must say, because I didn't think they would go that long. But you know, I don't sweat the game as much as him, so I wouldn't know. But Dark Bolt has... Wesker's got Dark Bolt for company, but I think Dark Bolt actually... he came out just ahead of Wesker, so Wesker did not get the undercut there, but Dark Bolt's on for a fantastic result. If he keeps this performance up, this could be probably one of his best. This could probably be one of his best performances of the season. And Chubbs and Wesker's there as well, so it's very scary to see their pace, particularly for Division 2 tomorrow. Very, very scary, because if them two boys are going to be battling for the top 5, top 6 in Division 1, that's scary business. Means I might need to do a couple of laps of practice after this race. But here we go, Lewis as well. Good drive, should make easy work of F1 Alonso. Down, one of us going to be down the inside, if he's going to wait to the DRS straight. Yeah, he's going to wait to the DRS straight pretty easy. F1 Alonso's not really going to be able to fight him too much. We'll just watch him just to see the speed he gets. Absolutely flying up radio. Here we go. Easy move down the inside. Nothing more you can say. Comes back onto the race lane. Take the nice lane for the corner, and that's Lewis up into P3, but still in that P1. But as we're seeing here, Darkbolt's going to make a move on Scuba. Scuba hasn't got DRS, Darkbolt does. Darkbolt down the inside, and good move from Darkbolt. That puts them a net P3 now, because Kelsper is still a net P2. Well, actually I say that Kelsper's a net P2. I forgot Coutinho's just come out of the pit, so actually Coutinho's a net P2, and Perpetune's going to come out right around that as well. So yeah, maybe actually ignore me by saying they're a net P2 and P3, because yeah, I completely forgot that Kelsper had to change his wings. So, but to be fair, Kelsper, he's only 2 seconds off Coutinho, so there's still going to be a good scrap here for the final couple of spots in the podium, because nobody's going to catch Lewis. So Perpetuum, Coutinho, Kelsper, Darkbolt, Scuba, Wesker and Chubbs are all going to have the chance to fight each other for the final spots on the podium. But Recon is right behind Combi, as it's in the sector 2. That is a McLaren. That is Kevin has spun. I think he's going to pretty much call it a day, is he? Well, I don't think he is, because he is continuing, but he is on the hards, which is probably why you do not want to be using the hard tires, because there's no grip on them whatsoever. But I just see Yarham and Perpetuum have both made their pit stops, and Lewis is now the effective race leader, and Wesker is right behind Scuba. So now to be fair, now that Darkbolt has passed Scuba, Darkbolt is kind of pulling away just a wee bit. So Darkbolt is showing very, very strong pace here, but as you see, Kelsper, oh, and that's Yarham coming out in the middle of this, but he is going to come out behind Captain Chubbs. He is indeed. So this has now worked out for Yarham. Oh, and Chubbs has, well, they've all looked like they messed their lines up there, but that's why Perpetuum has made the move on Coutinho, so them two were side by side. Scuba's closing it a wee bit on Darkbolt, but you see Chubbs as well, he's right behind Wesker. So because all these guys have DRS, there's not really much that they can do, because they're all just basically covered by DRS. But you see there as well, Combi right behind TGG Recon. Recon did make the move, so I expect Recon to just pull away and try and catch up to Yarham ahead of him. Don't know if he'll catch 8 seconds now, because Yarham's looked pretty nippy around here, so it's going to be a tough ask, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. The question is Kevin going to retire? Is he going to continue? He's going to continue, so fair play to him. But everybody's on the mediums apart from John. John has went for the hards, as he had to, because he started in the mediums and spun, so it's just a shame. But the closest battle on the track is this battle for, what would you say, P6, P7, P8? Probably. So we'll see if Chubbs is going to make a move from Wesker. Wesker's losing time now to Scuba, so Scuba's pulling away. Darkbolt is carrying him along, but Chubbs trying to go around the outside. This is perfect opportunity for Chubbs to get past Wesker. Oh, it's close, but I think they're going to hang on. But I think he's hanging on. Chubbs has left him a lot of room. Fantastic respect shown between Chubbs and Wesker, but Chubbs does make the move. Wesker tried to come back at him, and you see Yarham diving down the inside of Wesker. Oh, bit of contact. That's going to be a bit friction in the Ferrari guards tomorrow. Wesker's going to be a bit annoyed about that, but the move was there. He was entitled to take it, and that has put Wesker now down into, I think that'll be a net P9. So it's quite a shame for Wesker. But see Yarham now, he's going to try and make the move here on Captain Chubbs. Easy move. Yes, it is down the inside. Chubbs trying to fight it on the outside, but couldn't do it. And you see ahead, Scuba has closed the gap now to Darkbolt, so it's getting a wee bit feisty now. As there's an incident in sector 2. Who is that? Oh, was that Kieran Trapp? Might have been Kieran Trapp. Has he broke his wing? I don't know, I can't see from this angle. As Kevin picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, that's probably going to him. Yeah, I figured he was going to retire from the Grand Prix. No, Kieran Trapp's still going, so I don't know how that yellow flag in sector 2 was about. But that's Kevin finished now for the race, so he's going to go back on Warzone and sweat away for the rest of the evening. as Coutinho still close behind Perpetuum. But to be fair though, I was about to say Perpetuum's only 4 seconds off the lead, but I just forgot the luck. He's actually 7.9. So yeah, ignore me. But Lewis is still pushing. But to be fair, Perpetuum and Coutinho both have decent race pace. Right on board now with Coutinho just to see if he can make the move. He's got a lot of straight line speed. Well, does he have a lot of straight line speed? Oh, he's a no ARS deployment, that's why. But yeah, he couldn't really make the move, so... yeah, it's pretty much still laying a stirred as Johan's picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, which, you know, right here it is hard to prefer. It is hard to get penalties, but as you see there, Chubbs just went completely wide. It's not going to allow Wesker to get up the inside. Now Wesker's went wide as well, so it's not going to allow him at all. But yeah, as I was saying, it is easy. Well, it's hard, sorry, to get penalties around here. Like, the only real time you can get them is what, cutting a bit of the last corner and running wide a poo on, and maybe the wee quick right left chicane, right left right at the end of sector 1 start of sector 2, maybe that as well. That's where you can get your penalties, but other than that it's pretty straightforward of a track, like, so you can't really go wrong. But Johan runs really wide nearly into the wall, which is going to be a bit of a scary move from him, I must say. But Coutinho's losing a bit of time now to Perpetuum. So Perpetuum is starting to pick the pace up just a wee bit. Oh, and Casper nearly drove into the back of Kieran Trapp. Kieran Trapp is still doing a decent job on them medium tyres, I must say. But I think Casper's going to make a pretty easy move on him very shortly. But this scrap in behind is absolutely mental. From Vapor on Scuba. Oh, is that Johan's going to go down the inside? Johan is brave. He's bloody well brave. Are they going to go side by side through Rouge? Oh, don't do it, but he's one of his back out, please. Oh, they're going to go for it. Oh my god. Oh, Scuba's in the wall. Johan on collision. Side by side through a Rouge was never, ever, ever going to work. Safety car is out. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, that's unfortunate. The guys were having fantastic. All of them were having a fantastic race, and that happens. One of them should have backed out of it. But that's unfortunate because Scuba was doing he was having a fantastic race. But oh Jesus, I don't know what's going to happen. But the safety car is out now, so the question is now: is Lewis? Well, to be fair, actually, this has helped F1 Alonso. I will say that, and Kieran Trapp, this has helped them, because I'm pretty sure most of these guys will pit again. Lewis will pit again for a fact. So, who else? So will Casper. Kieran Trapp's going to make his first pit stop. Luke will probably pit as well. But other than that, everybody else might stay out. That's the only thing. I don't know, because it's a tough one, because if it was me, I would pit. But I wouldn't pit for a set of softs. I would just go for another set of mediums, because it's probably the safer option. As I said, Lewis does pit. Coutinho's gonna pit, so Perpetuum's gonna stay out. He's gonna stay out. Let me just look, because there's messages going off on the YouTube chat here and I can't even see it. Oh, that's close between them, boys. Well, we're back in a second, boys. Bloody Joe wants an invite to the party. You know, my co-commentator was supposed to be here but decided to race somewhere else for the race, so, you know, may as well get him in, frigate. I've done most of the hard work myself anyway, so, you know. But Coutinho and Casper went for softs. Kieran Trapp as well, set of softs as well. So he had to go for that because he couldn't really. It would be stupid to go for hards. Combies went for softs. Yeah, I thought Luke's done the right one. I thought mediums probably would have been the best, but if you're going to be 2 or 3 laps behind the safety car, then maybe the softs is probably a good way to go, because if you can get them 8 or 9 laps at the start, lower fuel, you should be able to get them a lot further towards the end of the race. So, you know, but Dark Bolt up into P3, Lewis into P2, and Perpetuum P1. Hello, Joe. How are you, my friend? As there is no response. Oh, there he is there. There he is there.
Sorry, it's fixed my mic. I had a different mic in.
Oh, lovely.
The other one's dead. The other one's dead. So, yeah, I see what happened there. Watching the stream there and seeing what happened there. And yeah, seems a bit mad, so it was.
Yeah, I would say now Scuba's not a happy bunny now, I'll be honest with you. Because, me personally, it looked like one of them should have backed out of it, but, you know, they're both racers and you gotta fight for your position, so these things happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, so how are you anyway, Sam?
I'm alright, Joe. How are you? How'd you get on?
Never driving that 2010 McLaren ever again.
Because if you're here pretty early, Joe, it must know it well.
Two races gone straight away there, yeah. First two of them. Yeah, brilliant.
Not too bad. That is not too bad. No. But let's just see how everybody's getting on. So, Joe, I'm not sure if someone's driving for Dark Bolt tonight or not, but where's this pace come from?
Oh.
P17, P17 into P3. Not often we see this pace.
Maybe he's running line. So, maybe.
Well, maybe he needs to run line more often because this is very good pace he's been showing all evening. Yarham as well and Chubbs, and Wesker, so it's worrying signs for tomorrow because these three boys look like they're pretty quick as well.
Not really, Dan, to be honest. Another race, no? Yeah, that way.
You know, Joe, we have a constructors to win tomorrow.
Yeah, if I'm racing tomorrow.
Oh God, don't tell me that. Don't leave it all down to me, but.
Oh, leave it down to you, will you? Go away, will you?
I'm just looking through some of the, you know, YouTube comments, and some of it has been absolute crap talking. But Ali Reza said hello, so hello Ali Reza, welcome for coming on to the stream. And Joe has been yapping about looking to get a party invite. He did finally get one, so you know, just catching up on it here a wee bit.
Yeah, a bit slow, Dan. You're like an old granddad with technology these days.
Joe, man, I'm not going to lie to you, but I thought you were looking a race invite to be an engineer for the boys, but, you know, you wanted a party invite.
So just remember, like, half of them are out anyways.
That's it as well. I was also saying on stream as well earlier on that Matt's had a shocking second half of the season.
Yeah, I know, I seen he got wing damage there. You know, he's on soft now again. He's running no ABS as well, so
yeah,
he's learning.
Yeah.
No game.
Suppose it's the best time for him there. Kieran Trapp as well up on the P10. He'd probably let Matt go, so Matt would probably he'd let Matt go probably, so Matt would probably be 11th. But it's going to be interesting now because you Coutinho and Kjellsberg trying to work their way through against the likes of Dark Bolt, Yarham, Chubbs and Wesker, so it's going to be interesting. Perpetuum's going to get absolutely swarmed here by Lewis at this restart. Lewis is going to be all over him.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be in this lap anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, alright. F1 Lonzo there. Up 7th as well. Coutinho. Cal's for a 9th. Let's get through the pack.
It's going to be a hectic last 8 laps of this Grand Prix, but the question is when is Perpetuum going to hit that accelerator and get himself going? Because he needs to catch Lewis napping, because if Lewis, I think he's going to he's away. He actually has caught Lewis napping, to be fair to him. He is gone. So that's an impressive start from Perpetuum, but Lewis on these fresh soft tires should easily make that up, as he pretty much has already, so there's just the traction that he gets is absolutely mental. Well, we may as well ride on board with Lewis, because this is probably going to be an easy move coming up a Rouge down the big long straight. Yeah, look, he's pretty much close already. It's going to be an easy move for Lewis. I think Purple Team's gonna try and defend it as much as he can, but there's not really much he can do, like, because look, Lewis is all over the back of him already. And here we go. Down the straight, Lewis is already past him. It's going to be
going on Yarham.
Chubbs is going on Yarham as well. Round the outside. Oh, now for the inside. Oh, and he's a bit of contact. That's allowed Wesker to get through as well. And F1 Alonso was trying to make himself around the outside, but couldn't make the move. And Coutinho as well. There's an incident in sector 1 and 2. That is the McLaren. That is Mercedes. That is Jono. He is spun yet again. So no TC for Jono. Was not looking pretty good at the minute. But Kieran Trapp's lost out position. Oh, sorry, Yarham.
Or Yarham.
Ooh. Yarham's had a bit of an incident and he's slowing up to let everybody go. And as soon as he goes under the throttle, he has drifted right round P1. But Matt is now in the P11 and he's chasing down Kieran Trapp. So Kieran Trapp couldn't hold Combi behind enough. Combi was just completely gone. F1 Alonso P8, good result for him so far. Kelsper needs to get himself through the field as Coutinho was sizing up his teammate for this evening, Wesker.
Around the outside, will it be done?
It will be. He had to run off. Oh, he had to run off track. I don't know if he has to give that back or not. But if he doesn't, then and he's went completely. Oh, he went deep. That's going to be a penalty, is it? I don't know. But Kelsper, this is now going to allow Kelsper, is it, to get a bit of a position gain on him, because these two boys are fighting very close. F1 Alonso as well. He's in. Oh, this is going to end tears. Coutinho, fantastic exit compared to Wesker. They're both of them are going to go side by side through a rouge. Let's hope this isn't like another Scuba and Yarham moment. Two of them are going side by side. Wesker backs out of it just a bit, but that's good. Oh, Wesker just nearly gone, but this has allowed Kelsper now straight down the inside. He's going to get a double toe here. No driver has DRS at the minute, but Kelsper is going to try and go for it. But he is going to get squeezed out, but he's still keeping his nose there. Helicopter shot. Wesker defends it beautifully. F1 Alonso still there, and Combi's right in behind as well. Matt has lost position to TGG Recon. TGG Recon has passed him, and Kelsper has run very wide, but he still keeps it on the track. And F1 Alonso in P8 and Combi P9. Kieran Trapp has actually started to pull himself back into this gap now with these boys fighting. And Recon, Matt and Luke are all not too far behind either, so it's still it's close from Wesker down.
Yes, it's very packed for this yeah, Casper all over Wesker. Captain Chubbs is up into P4.
Yeah, he is, but Coutinho's going to catch that really quickly, and once Kelsper passes Wesker, Kelsper will catch that gap as well. But we'll see here now. We'll see if actually is Kelsper going to go for it into the final corner, because I think Wesker, he does look like he was trying to defend it there, but Kelsper wasn't close enough to make the move. As F1 Alonso, nobody outbricks himself. Well, sorry I say that. Their TGV Recon's trying to go around the outside of Kieran Trapp. Kieran Trapp does see him coming, and I think Recon is now going to probably launch this down the inside because he's well within his right to do it.
Wesker's going to get swamped.
He is indeed, and Kieran Trapp has lost out the position to TGG Recon, but we're going to ride him over with Kelsper as Wesker's going to get completely swamped down this DRS strip, maybe even by F1 Alonso as well. Oh, Kelsper loses the back end a bit. Might have compromised his run a wee bit, but here we go now. Slipstream DRS. F1 Alonso is going to try and get as close as possible as well, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Kelsper around the outside, easy move. Wesker on them mediums, couldn't do anything about it, and that's Kelsper into P6.
Yeah. F1 Alonso is probably going for a move as well. Around the outside, maybe. No.
Ooh, Combi locks. Combi locked.
Combi locked up.
No, I was just going to say Combi locked up and nearly drove into the back of him there, but you can continue with what you were saying.
No, I don't know why I was saying that because I interrupted you. You were like, Combi locked. Combi locked.
Oh god, oh. But yeah, as I said, Coutinho right behind Chubbs now, so Coutinho needs to make this move quick, because if he can pass Chubbs, he will catch Darkbolt, and he might still have a chance of getting Perpetuum. I'm not 100% sure yet. Perpetuum could be a wee bit out of reach, but to be fair, Perpetuum on the mediums is only 2 seconds behind Lewis, so he's not losing out too much time. To be fair to him, if Darkbolt gets the podium here, that's absolutely sensational.
Alonso all over Wesker. And then time. No, wait until to get the RS.
Yeah, I think Wesker made a mistake of staying out in the mediums. He should have went in for softs.
Yeah, he's getting absolutely swamped like everyone else. Like, the whole train's race basically behind him. Like.
At the start of the race, it was a scuba train. This time, it's a Wesker train. But here we go. See now, if F1 Alonso wants a straight line speed and is able to make the move. Oh, he's going to make this easy. So Ikeginho ahead is just trying to make a move. But I don't know what's happened, Joe, but Dark Bolt has lost a lot of time and Chubbs is right behind him as well, so is Ikeginho. So there's a final spot of the podium still not out of the question here for Chubbs or Ikeginho. But Kalsper's made the move on F1 Alonso.
Down the inside,
oh, sorry.
Trying to go down the inside. No one corner.
Oh, it's close.
Then I believe there's a spot for P2 as well. Pick up penalty.
There is a spot for P2 as well, but Ikeginho right down the inside of Chubbs. Beautiful move from Ikeginho. He's won it! He's in the wall! Chubbs has hit him as well! Oh no! He got onto the inside curb and just couldn't control the car and bang in the wall. Ikeginho's race is finished. That's unfortunate because the podium was on. Kalsper's just waved away through and was like, thank you very much. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Ikeginho. It was absolutely fantastic race from him.
Didn't even see what happened. I was looking at his race after seeing Ferrari in the wall.
But here we go, Combi as well, it's right behind Wesker. Question is now, is he going to make a dive up the inside?
They're all going to wait.
Oh, Recon! Jesus Christ! Nearly straight into the back of Combi there. Combi will be a bit annoyed about that, but that's allowed Kieran Trapp to poke his nose there. Matt Tybus is right behind this as well. Oh, Luke Vettel's going for the move on Matt, but Matt managed to see him coming and he backed out of it. Ikeginho has retired from the session. Matt,
it's going to be a triple toe up the hill.
There is as well. The question is, Kieran Trapp's taking it beautifully, so's Matt. Recon, they're not really going to be able to overtake Kieran Trapp's. Oh my god!
Oh! Puts him into the wall. Wing damage. It is.
It is wing damage. It is indeed. Oh Jesus, Recon, what the hell was he doing there?
Absolutely squeezed life from him, so he is. Like a carpet from.
But yeah, Luke Vettel's still behind us as well. Jarham has lost a lot of time. Chubbs as well. He's replaced the front wing and he is now, well actually he hasn't even, has he replaced his front wing? Yeah, he has. So he's going to go for the fastest lap. Jono is still floating about there just in P14.
That is all over you're on track.
He is, especially with Kieran Trapp having wing down, which should be a pretty easy enough move from Matt. But Recon,
Combi is reeling in Wesker again. Hopefully Combi or Recon doesn't happen right in. That's like off a bit because Wesker's going so slow. So he's on a fucking Zimmer frame. Sorry for the bad language.
It's alright, Joe, it's alright. You know? But Luke, Luke has went around the outside of Matt. What a move from Luke. And he's going to try and pick off his teammates for this evening as well. Trying down the inside. Kieran Trapp sees the two of them. Three wide. Oh, Kieran Trapp. Oh, Luke is going deep. Matt and Kieran have just just cut back on him. And beautiful. Matt is going to probably make the move up a rouge. I think one of these two boys will back out of it. I think Kieran Trapp will be the one to back out. Yes, he does. Oh, and Luke has just went completely wide. And up ahead, Kalsper made the move on Dark Bolt as well. So Kalsper's now in the P3. And Combi and Recon getting pretty close here as well. And Kieran Trapp and Matt still having a go side by side. Kieran Trapp, despite having wing damage, is actually still hanging in there. Oh, but Luke Vettel's trying to go down the inside of his teammate. Kieran Trapp does see him, gives him a bit of space, but they're side by side. Oh, and Kieran Trapp defends it beautifully. Oh, Luke completely loses the back end there, and that's allowed Jarham to come straight back at him. Oh, Recon down the inside of Combi in the poo on. Jesus Christ, what a move that was. Bit of argy-bargy Combi trying to dive down the inside, but it was a bit of an argy-bargy move, but it was a damn good move. So Wesker's going to be loving. Wesker's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be doing this then. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I think Combi probably will get him here, but I think these two will chop and change. But I was saying Wesker is loving this because it's allowed him to pull out a bit of a second gap here now with these two boys battling. Oh, I thought Combi was going to try down the inside, but he wasn't. But I think Recon has managed to close in that second gap now, and Wesker does he have DRS? He does. So Wesker was a bit happy there for a minute, but isn't anymore. F1 Alonso's right behind Dark Bolt as well, so F1 Alonso's on for a P4 here. This will be a fantastic showing from F1 Alonso.
Yeah, it will be quite impressive for him.
But here we go, Recon right behind Wesker now. And Combi's right behind this as well, so I think Wesker's going to get completely swamped down this straight. Here we go, first Recon round the outside. Combi as well is coming, he's going on the inside. Wesker can't do anything about it. Recon tries to block the inside. Combi's going now to the outside to try and get the lane around the outside, but couldn't make it. And tried to do a bit of a cutback. Move wasn't there, and Wesker has lost 2 positions in one straight.
Yeah, that's really, there's nothing really you can do like anyways. With no DRS. Yeah, anyways, as I was doing, watching the rest after.
Watching the race director, Joe, there sure can't be that many penalties off this race anyway.
Oh no, there's a few penalties here. Few now, Dan.
Ooh. So I've got Dark Bolt still a second behind Kels, but this is important for Dark Bolt because he needs to stay within this here if he's going to be able to defend from F1 Alonso. Luke Vettel and Kieran Trapp. Luke Vettel has overtaken Kieran Trapp, so Luke Vettel, to be fair to him, has had a decent showing so far this race. He was just reserving tonight just to see what his pace would be like, but he's actually showing he's got a fair bit of pace about him. Combi's still right behind Recon. I'm just going to watch F1 Alonso here because it's going to be all important now to see if Dark Bolt is not in the DRS, which he isn't at the minute, but we are on to the last lap of the Grand Prix as well, so we will see what happens here. As Dark Bolt, I don't believe, is going to be in the DRS, so F1 Alonso is going to have one chance at him, and he's got to make this stick. And here we go, we're just going to ride on board from the sea as Luke Vettel, Yarham and Kieran Trapp are still having this ding dong battle. Kieran Trapp and Yarham side by side. Yarham is taking a weird line up a Rouge, and Combi's overtaken Recon, and Dark Bolt was overtaken by F1 Alonso, but F1 Alonso managed to Dark Bolt ended up managing to defend it and come back at him, but Lewis is up who on pretty easy race for Lewis, to prefer. Yarham's picked up another 3-second penalty. F1 Alonso still 2 tenths behind Dark Bolt, so the only odd chance he's going to get to overtake him is into the bus stop chicane in the last sector. Recon's still behind Combi, so these two are still having a scrap coming into the last couple of corners of the Grand Prix, but we may as well we may as well watch Lewis, but F1 Alonso still really close behind Dark Bolt, so I'll just be very wary of where Lewis is. At the minute he's only coming into Blanchimont now, so it's not too bad. We'll see now here what happens with F1 Alonso. He's currently 8 tenths down on his lap, that's being held by Dark Bolt. But here we go, Lewis is now into the bus stop chicane, so we'll just watch Lewis. Chubbs picks up a 3-second time penalty, but Lewis is going to cross the line. Pretty dominant performance, and he's going to wrap up another title. It is going to be the Constructors title, because Toro Rosso had their score Alfa Romeo and they didn't do it, so that is Lewis now with the Constructors title as well. Perpetuum takes second, Kasper's going to take third, not too far behind, but there's same background as well. Dark Bolt and F1 Alonso, it's close between the two of them, but Dark Bolt picks up 4th, F1 Alonso 5th, Combi 5th, Combi 6th, Recon 7th, Wesker 8th, Matt's going to pick up 9th, Kieran Trapp is going to pick up 10th, and Vettel is going to pick up 11th, and Yarham's going to pick up 12th, and then Chubbs and Jono are going to be the final 2 finishers in 13th and 14th place.
Yeah. Not done.
Oh, you know, Joe, my throat's sore from talking all that time.
Dan, well, you won't have to do that now next season now, as you will not be doing any commentaries now next season, as you take the grandfather role of
Joe, man,
sitting back and relaxing, Dan,
Joe, man, you've ruined my outro, boy. I was about to say that. I was about to say that in my outro, boy.
I don't give two fiddlers. I know. No, he's not. He is in Mama's actually. Don't worry.
Who is?
You are.
I'm not.
Liar.
I'm not. Have you not seen the schedule? I'm not in it. I don't want it.
No. How do you see the schedule?
The schedule's down. It's in the Discord. But Lewis does pick up the win. Fastest lap. Pole position.
No,
Easy.
he didn't get fast lap.
Oh, did he not? Who got it then? Oh, Chubby ticket. But Lewis does pick up the win. Pretty easy. Performance from himself. Perpetuum second. Calsper third. Darkbolt fourth. F1 Alonso fifth. Combi 6th, Recon 7th, Wesker 8th, Matt 9th, Kieran Trapp 10th, Luke 11th, Johan 12th, Chubbs 13th, John 14th is with the classified runners, and everybody else below was DNF'd. And Joe, who are you going for driver of the day?
See, it's a tough one. I was thinking about Combi or F1 Alonso or Dartboard.
See, that's the thing. You want to go for them because of the amount of positions they've gained, but you also don't. You also can't because they've picked up a penalty as well. So it's a tough one. But you know what, Joe? Whoever you say will be.
I don't know. I don't know, Dan.
I'll make the decision for you. F1 Alonso will get driver of the day.
Right, fair enough. No bother. We'll learn F1 Alonso. Come on, Chris.
So F1 Alonso will pick up driver of the day. But yes, folks, as Joe said, I will not. This was my last commentary because I am taking a step back in commentary because I just don't have the time to do it from next season. As TTML is going to be merging. I'm going to be doing a load of stuff with Maze and all. So we're going to try and make the league as good as possible. So I'm not going to be doing any commentary. Commentators and all are sorted. We have them all for each division. So yeah, pretty much I'm not going to be needed, but Joe is still going to be there. Joe's going to be commentating with Graham. So I don't know. I can't remember if it's a Thursday night or a Friday night. I think it's a Friday night off the top of my head. I think I haven't I think it is. Yeah. I think it's a Friday. I think it's Division 4. I think these are doing maybe Friday night, but yeah. That's pretty much going to wrap it up from Division 1 for TMC. The start of the season was pretty good because we did pick up a lot of numbers, but towards the last couple of races people decided the game was crap. They just couldn't be arsed anymore. So, you know, it's fair enough. Like, coming towards the end of the game you don't expect full grids, so that's why there's a lot of reserves. But the reserves came in, did a good job, put on a good bit of racing for us, so, you know, happy enough that it happened. So the season was pretty much a success. Lewis dominated it from start to finish. Was never really any doubt. Pilot was the only close competitor, but sure, he missed the first 4 races. Would have been different if he tended them all. You never know what would have happened, but yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Joe, anyway, have you got any final words to say before we finish?
Well, what do you want me to say, Dan? It was a great season in Division 1. Lewis just came in and destroyed the whole division as usual. I don't know what else to say, Dan. Tune in tomorrow 8 o'clock for Division 2. Unsafe Release will take you through. Belgium, Little Blocks has already won the championship, but Constructors still, I think, to go between Red Bull and Racing Point. Division 3 is Friday. Myself and Graham be taking it through Division 3 and still have... who's leading that?
I think it's...
Jetty or Focky or CVG. It's a 3-way battle anyways for Division 3, and the Constructor still has to be decided in that one.
Yeah, that championship's going to go down to the very end because there's still 3 or 4 guys can possibly win it. Same with the Constructors and that as well. So at least there's still one division that you can still fight. There's still a title fight going on. So hopefully it will be a fascinating race. But as Joe said, tomorrow night Unsafe Release will take us through everything. Me and Joe are going to try our hardest to outscore Racing Point tomorrow night by 23 points. So we need a bank on Lickle Blocks and Lordy to bin it and get a very crap result. But going from practice, Lickle Blocks looks ridiculously quick around here, so it's going to be a tough order for me and Joe. But you never know, stranger things have happened, but we'll try our best for you anyway, and hopefully it's a good race for you tomorrow. So 8 PM tomorrow, join Unsafe Release for Division 2. So see you all later.
Bye.